Listen, if you are a DJ and you not using a streaming platform like Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, or anything like that, you 100% rely on your SD card or SSD, whatever you're currently using, then I highly suggest that you get a streaming platform. Because let me tell you how Apple Music saved my last time.
You don't say!
So what's going on, guys? This your boy Gigi Mix with another DJ tutorial. And today we're gonna talk briefly about how Apple Music again saved my butt. So mind you, I'm doing this baby shower and it was outside. You know, we're in Florida. If you know anything about Florida, you know you never know when it's gonna rain. So we outside, it's a poolside, beautiful house. I'm doing the baby shower, right? So we look at the weather. There's no rain. There's no chances of rain, nothing like that. So I'm set up outside, real nice, playing boom, 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 everybody enjoying. And then all of a sudden, it's starting to rain, started drizzling. So by that time, we had to cut the music off and trying to move some of the equipment into the house. Like I said, it's a big house, it's a two-story house, real nice. So one big mistake that I made, that's on me though. I'm not blaming any company, anything like that. That's on me. I should have known better. The big mistake that I made was I left my SSD plugged into the laptop. So mind you, I unplugged everything. I disconnected my subwoofers, my speakers, and all of that as I'm moving everything into the house. They have a little patio in the back. They were sitting down. So they said, you know what? Instead of you going moving everything back inside the house, why don't you just sit up in here and then we'll find somewhere else to sit? I'm like, I bet. But they still wanted one speaker inside the house and another speaker outside because there's some people that still stayed outside and then the rest of the kids were inside. Now, we're moving everything, moving the subs, moving the speakers, moving everything. The last thing that is for me to move is the laptop. So we're moving the entire DJ booth instead of disconnecting, removing everything. So we're moving the whole DJ booth. So I had my homeboy helping me with moving the DJ booth, right? As we're moving the DJ booth to the other side, so I went there, set up, plug everything back in. All of a sudden, my SSD won't show up in the laptop. So now I'm panicking, right? I have everything up and running. The people was waiting for the music and all of that. So, mind you, I only brought one SSD with me. I should have had a backup, but I didn't. Figured what could go wrong. So the SSD stopped working. So I turned the laptop off and then turn it back on. Plug it back in. It's not working. So I changed the cable because it's a brand new SSD. It's the T7 from Samsung. This is the SSD that I was using. So all of a sudden, this SSD stopped working, and this takes a USB C plug. So I changed the USB C that I was currently using. So I started using another one. Plug it in, the laptop doesn't recognize it. Find another charger, somebody with a USB C, another plug it in, it can't recognize it. It don't matter which USB C that I trying to use, it wasn't coming on at all. And mind you, all of my songs are in there. So, and there's a few minutes going by, like I'm talking about like 10 minutes going by, everybody is already, and again, the rain being stopped. By the time I was finished setting up on the other side, there was no more rain. So now, obviously, nobody else knows what I'm going through. And I'm over here stressing and all of that. So I turned the power off everything. Again, reset everything, start the laptop right back again and all of that. The light flashes on the SSD, but it never stayed on. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, you know what? I messed up. The music that I had prepared for that baby shower, they're not in Apple Music. They literally on my SSD. So now what I had to do was go back into Apple Music. So I logged in into my Apple Music account. Then I had a few playlists. I had a whole bunch of playlists that I use for different things. But the type of music that they wanted, I didn't necessarily had them into a playlist. So lucky enough for me, the owner of the house, which is the parent of one of the kids that was having the baby, came out. She said, "You know what? We want Haitian music now. We don't want no more hip hop. We don't want no more, anything else. We want Haitian music, Jamaican music." So I was like, "Ooh, thank God."
Unwise.
Because most of the playlists that I have on Apple Music, they mostly Haitian music and Jamaican music and Afro beats. But some of these people, they wanted different artists. They wanted Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, the Baby. They wanted Future. I didn't have all of this type of music and Apple Music like that for me to just go into a playlist and start playing. So I ended up going into my Apple Music and logged in. So I started playing directly from Apple Music into Serato DJ Pro, and that's how I was able to save the night. I don't know what I would have done because I didn't have a backup. The SSD not working, and my house is about 30-40 minutes away. It's already about 8 o'clock at night, and the party finishes at like 2 more hours, and I didn't had nothing. So that's my vent and I guess my rent for the day. So again, I'm gonna say this. If you're not using the streaming platform, it doesn't matter if you using Apple Music, you're using Spotify, you're using SoundCloud. I would definitely suggest if you're taking DJing serious, especially in 2026, I would definitely suggest investing into a streaming platform and creating some playlists that you never know, just in the case of emergency like that, for you to go into. And till today, I still don't know what happened to the SD card, if that was the cable, because the next day I plug everything back in, I'm testing it out. It shows up completely fine on the computer. I'm still using it till this day, but now I make sure I have a backup with me, or I have the same playlist that I have on there, I have it on Apple Music. But it shows up fine on the laptop. I was able to play back and forth and all of that. I literally cannot explain. So if you somebody in the comment that happens to you, let me know what the hell just happened. Because I don't understand what the hell happened. And there's no way for me to explain it beside that Apple Music saved my butt that night. If it wasn't for Apple Music, I don't know how I would have explained that, and I would have looked embarrassed. I don't know, I don't know. So again, guys, if you didn't get nothing from this video, hopefully you know to bring backup. That's the first thing. Bring backups, and beside your backups, hopefully moving forward, it seems like everything is gonna be into the streaming platform, streaming lines. I would invest into a streaming platform, whatever you use on the daily, whatever you're more comfortable with. I would invest in that. And from then create different playlists that one of them days, you never know, you might be in the pinch. If you know how to mix, you're going to know how to mix regardless. But creating a playlist right now to me is a must. All right. Thank you. That's it for the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.